In their quest for knowledge, Constantine learned of prophecies that foretold a time of reckoning. When the veil between worlds would grow thin and ancient evils would rise once more. He saw visions of a future fraught with uncertainty, where the fate of humanity hung in the balance. But amidst the darkness, there were glimmers of hope, ancient artifacts of untold power. Rituals of protection and purification that promised to shield them against the malevolent entities' wrath. With each discovery, Constantine's resolve grew stronger, his determination to protect those he cared about fueling his every action. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Constantine and Dr. Caldwell forged an alliance forged in fire, united in their mission to confront the malevolent forces that threatened to consume them. They trained tirelessly, honing their skills in the ancient arts of magic and mysticism, preparing for the inevitable confrontation that loomed on the horizon. And then, one fateful night, the malevolent entity made its presence known once more. Shadows coalesced into a swirling vortex of darkness, twisting and writhing with malicious intent. A cold wind swept through the air, carrying with it the echoes of anguished souls and the stench of ancient evil. Standing before the threshold of Abernathy Estate, Constantine and Dr. Caldwell braced themselves for the battle ahead. Their hearts pounded in unison, their minds focused on the rituals and incantations that would determine the outcome of their struggle. The malevolent entity's voice echoed through the darkness, a chilling reminder of its power and determination. "You cannot hide forever," it taunted, its words laced with malevolence. "I am eternal, and I will consume everything you hold dear." But Constantine was not alone in this fight. With Dr. Caldwell at his side, and the knowledge and courage they had gained through their triumphs, he faced the darkness with unwavering resolve. The battle that ensued was a clash of titanic forces, a symphony of light and shadow that played out against the backdrop of Abernathy Estate's haunted halls. Spells of protection and banishment were unleashed with precision and determination, each incantation a testament to their strength and resilience. In the heart of the mansion, where the curse had first taken root centuries ago, Constantine and Dr. Caldwell confronted the malevolent entity head-on. With each step forward, they chipped away at its formidable defenses, unraveling the ancient bindings that held it in thrall. And then, in a blinding flash of light that illuminated the darkness like a beacon of hope, they performed the final ritual, a ritual of purification and redemption that severed the malevolent entity's grip on Abernathy Estate once and for all. As the last echoes of the ritual faded into silence, the mansion seemed to exhale a sigh of relief. The air was heavy with the scent of burnt incense and lingering magic, a testament to the battle that had been fought and won. Outside, the night sky shimmered with stars, their light a testament to the enduring resilience of the human spirit. Constantine and Dr. Caldwell stood side by side, their breaths mingling in the cool night air. Their hearts filled with a mixture of exhaustion and triumph. "We did it," Constantine whispered, his voice barely audible over the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze. Dr. Caldwell nodded, a rare smile gracing his weathered features. "Yes, my young friend," he replied. "We have faced the darkness and emerged victorious." But even as they savored their hard-earned victory, Constantine knew that their journey was far from over. The malevolent entity had been banished from Abernathy Estate, but its influence lingered in the shadows, a reminder of the eternal struggle between light and darkness. As they prepared to leave the mansion behind, Constantine cast a final glance over his shoulder, imprinting the image of its ancient walls and haunted halls into his memory. The lessons learned and the battles fought would forever shape his destiny, guiding him on a path filled with challenges and mysteries yet to be unraveled. And as he walked away from Abernathy Estate, leaving behind the echoes of ancient curses and restless spirits, Constantine carried with him the knowledge that some battles could not be won with strength alone. It was the courage to confront the darkness within oneself, and the faith to believe in the power of redemption, that ultimately determined the true victors in the eternal struggle against unseen forces. But little did Constantine know that, somewhere beyond the veil of reality, other malevolent entities stirred in the depths of time and space. Their presence felt in the faint whisper of the wind and the flicker of distant stars. Months passed since the climactic battle at Abernathy Estate. Constantine and Dr. Caldwell had emerged victorious against the malevolent entity that had plagued the mansion for centuries. They had banished its presence, sealed away its dark influence, and restored peace to the haunted halls. Yet, in the quiet moments of reflection, Constantine couldn't shake the lingering sense of unease. He knew that their victory was but a temporary reprieve, that the forces they had faced were merely a glimpse into a larger, more intricate tapestry of supernatural threats. Dr. Caldwell had returned to his studies, delving deeper into the ancient tomes and obscure texts that chronicled the histories of malevolent entities and the rituals used to bind them. His cottage became a sanctuary of knowledge, a bastion against the encroaching darkness that threatened to spill over into the mortal realm. Constantine, too, continued his vigilance. He honed his skills in the arcane arts, seeking out mentors and allies who shared his dedication to protecting humanity from unseen threats. Together with Dr. Caldwell, they formed a network of scholars and practitioners, a clandestine society united in their mission to safeguard the world from the shadows that lurk beyond. It was during one such gathering of their society that ominous tidings reached them. A series of inexplicable occurrences across the globe, each bearing the hallmark of supernatural influence. Reports of spectral apparitions, poltergeist activity, and inexplicable phenomena surged, sending ripples of concern through their ranks. "We are facing an awakening, drive," Caldwell announced grimly, his voice carrying the weight of centuries-old wisdom. The malevolent entities we once believed vanquished are stirring once more, drawn forth by the shifting tides of fate. Constantine listened intently, his mind racing with the implications of Caldwell's words. The battles they had fought at Abernathy Estate were but a precursor to a larger conflict. A war against forces older and more powerful than they could have imagined. "We must act swiftly," Constantine declared, his voice tinged with determination. "Gather our allies, strengthen our defenses, and prepare for what lies ahead." And so, their society mobilized, a coalition of scholars, mystics, and warriors dedicated to confronting the looming threat. They scoured ancient texts for clues, performed rituals of protection and divination, and forged alliances with beings both mortal and otherworldly. But as they delved deeper into their research, Constantine began to sense a pattern emerging. An intricate web of prophecies and ancient texts that spoke of a cataclysmic event on the horizon. Whispers of a coming darkness, of an entity so powerful that it threatened to unravel the very fabric of reality itself. "We are facing an ancient adversary, drive," Caldwell warned, his voice grave with solemnity. "An entity known only as the Voidwalker, a being of pure malevolence, imprisoned eons ago for its insatiable hunger for souls." The revelation sent a chill down Constantine's spine. The Voidwalker, a name whispered in hushed tones among the most seasoned scholars of the occult. Its existence was shrouded in myth and legend, its motives inscrutable, its power beyond comprehension. "We cannot defeat such a foe alone," Constantine realized aloud, his voice tinged with uncertainty. "We must seek out allies, gather strength in numbers, and unite against this common threat." And so, their society expanded its reach, reaching out to distant corners of the world where ancient guardians and mystical beings dwell. They forged alliances with creatures of light and shadow, beings who had long stood sentinel against the encroaching darkness. But as their preparations reached a fever pitch, signs of the Voidwalker's awakening grew more pronounced. Strange anomalies appeared, a rift in the fabric of reality, whispers of its impending arrival carried on the wind, and omens of catastrophe etched in the stars above. "It is coming, drive," Caldwell intoned one fateful night, as they stood atop a windswept cliff overlooking the roiling sea. "The Voidwalker's awakening is nigh, and with it, the dawn of a new age of darkness." Constantine nodded solemnly, his gaze fixed on the horizon where storm clouds gathered with ominous intent. The weight of their responsibility hung heavy upon him. The fate of humanity, of all existence, now rested in their hands. "We will stand against it," Constantine vowed, his voice carrying the weight of unyielding resolve. "For as long as there is life, there is hope." And so, as they prepared for the final battle against the ancient adversary that threatened to consume everything they held dear, Constantine and Dr. Caldwell stood united in their determination to protect the world from the shadows that lurked beyond. But little did they know that, beyond the veil of reality, the Voidwalker stirred in its prison of darkness, its hunger for vengeance echoing across the cosmos like a harbinger of doom.